Hi, my name is Sebastian Loor. I'm originally from Ecuador, and I'm a wealth advisor at Goldman Sachs, helping support the ultra high net worth client base. I left Ecuador back in 2007, and then I grew up with my family across Latin America since then. I lived in Brazil, in Honduras, Colombia, and Peru. After that, I moved to Boston, where I pursued my undergraduate studies, and I majored in economics, finance, and business administration. And that ultimately led to where I am now, which is at Goldman Sachs as a wealth advisor, supporting half of our client base, which is based in Florida, and the other half based in Latin America, mostly in Central America, and then South America, particularly in Ecuador, Colombia, and Peru. What I love most about my job and my career is that I get a mix of both the quantitative and the qualitative world. Working directly with clients provides that human connection, that relationship business, but helping them with their investment portfolios and their broader wealth and estate has that quantitative side of the business where I have to be very analytical, very diligent on how we are going to invest these estates for these clients. I would say my style is a type of refined minimalism. I really enjoy keeping things simple, keeping things classy, but above all, authentic. I am a very grounded person, and I try to exude that in my style as well. I would say an experience that I would love to repeat or live again would be when I went to Spain for the first time, and it was a solo trip, my first solo trip ever. And this was right on the back when I got my first full-time job right after graduation, and I decided I was going to take 2 weeks off just to travel and explore. And what I did was I bought a round trip from Boston at the time to Barcelona, and then I would figure it out while I was there. And it was frankly one of the best experiences of my life, having to do the solo travel, experiencing so many different things, but ultimately just leaving myself open to what life has in store. And I think one of the key takeaways from that experience always reminds me of a quote from a song from Gustavo Cerati, a Latin American rock artist, that he would say basically that the universe would conspire for him. And that's exactly what that trip felt. Everything aligned, everything was spectacular. Miami is a very exciting city at this time, and I think it has even more exciting things in the future. As we are now, Miami has already grown significantly when it comes to the financial industry and the ultra high net worth client base in the state and ultimately in the world. So I think Miami has been able to capture a lot of that wealth, a lot of that growth, a lot of that interest, not only locally, but internationally as well, particularly from Latin American countries, as we like to joke around that Miami is the capital of Latin America. And I think moving forward, that growth is going to continue to accelerate as we continue to grow as a city, as an arts hub, as an economic and financial hub as well. If we were to do a documentary, I would love to explore the theme of the cost of progress. It's not, foreign to any of us that we've grown significantly and exponentially over the centuries, over the millennia. But at what cost? And I think it would be interesting to explore that cost of progress economically, personally, artistically, and see what has cost us in terms of our humanity. Have we grown as a species, or are we detracting from it? Again, maybe it's a combination of both, but I think it would be a worthwhile thought process. That's a very hard question because there's quite a few people I would love to sit down with. I would say my top three would be Leonardo da Vinci, Aristotle, and John Mayer, which is more contemporary. But if I have to pick one, I would say Leonardo da Vinci. Him at the time, and I think just has been regarded over time as a prodigy, a genius, not only in the sciences, but also in the arts. He has that perfect combination of a very logical mindset, but also a very creative one. And that's something that I try to emulate in my life, and I would love to sit down with him, talk to him about it, and also see what he has to say about where we are nowadays. Have we evolved, or have we just complicated ourselves? Maybe it's a combination of both. Another difficult question. I think there's a lot that I want to do in my life, but if I would have to pick top three, maybe one would be focused on traveling. I want to continue to travel and explore the world, particularly Asia, which I haven't done that much traveling there. Tokyo and Japan definitely in my top of the list. Secondly, revolved around music. I am a player, a composer in my free time, so I would love to ultimately play the guitar and be able to sing flawlessly at some point. And then third, but definitely not last, I would love to build something that has an impact in the world, in people, and lives on after I'm gone. I would love to be remembered perhaps as a variation of Leonardo da Vinci. I'm nowhere near as smart as he was, but I do really enjoy having that creativity and logical side in my life. And I would love to be remembered as someone who is able to navigate both worlds seamlessly, whether it is in my career, building enterprise or anything that could help society and the world, or through my art, through my music, and being able to touch people's lives and souls that way. When it comes to philosophy, I've done a lot of homework in that front. I've read a lot, and there's a few things that I subscribe to, some that I don't. But I think one piece of mantra that I always carry with me is a line that I read from Walt Whitman, a famous American poet. And the line is, "What will be well, for what is well." And I think that has been such a driving force in my life that pushes me to pursue my ambitions, but also let go and just let life happen, because what is well. Keep creating, keep growing, and stay grounded in kindness. I think the world has a lot of noise, and there's always more noise, but what we need most is people that are grounded and who move with purpose and with heart.